Hey guys, thanks for joining me on Learn to Play Games. My name is Lance, and this is the last of my Gen Con 2019 coverage. I had a chance to meet up with the op, and we went and played through some of their games. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, and we're not able to do the intros for those videos, so I'm just going to do a quick intro here, and I'm going to be covering 4 different games in this little mini-series, and I'm going to have a video for each one of them. In each of these videos, I'm going to play through a couple rounds of the game with one of the designers, and they're going to explain how the game plays and that kind of stuff, and then we'll be able to show you guys how a couple turns work, so you can see if this is one that you want to add to your collection or not. And most of these games will be coming out shortly within the next couple months at your local game store as well, so that you guys can pick them up there. So in the first video, we're going to be taking a look at Harry Potter Death Eaters Rising. And like I said, in this one I'm going to show you how the game plays roughly and show you some of the changes that they've made, because this is based on the Thanos Rising engine. So let's head to the table and we'll take a look at this one.
So this is Death Eaters Rising, and it is a Harry Potter reimagining of the Thanos Rising game system. So,
awesome. I'm super excited about this. I love Thanos Rising.
Yeah, so obviously it's very different stories, so there's quite a bit that we shifted in terms of what the characters do and how the game ends to make this feel authentic to Harry Potter. But the core mechanic of how you roll dice and recruit characters to your team is very much the same. So first big thing that's different in this version is in Thanos Rising, it was Infinity War based, so you couldn't actually defeat Thanos, right? Wouldn't have been on brand for that film. This is based on the Order of the Phoenix, and if you remember the end of that film, there's the big duel between Dumbledore and Voldemort in the atrium. Well, we do get to fight Voldemort in this one. You get to attack him directly.
Nice.
So the way that works is he has a card that's going to go in the middle of the deck. When he is revealed, it's sort of that moment where the Ministry accepts that no, he's really back. We need to do something. His card will go over here on this board. From then on, if you are in his location, you can assign dice to his card to attack him. If you're not in his location and you want to be, you can discard any die to move there. So let's walk through a basic turn. We've each selected our starting character. So you are Sirius, a member of the Order of the Phoenix, and I am playing as Dumbledore, who is from Team Hogwarts.
Awesome.
And we're going to be working together to achieve victory here. So the first thing you always do on your turn is you choose your location. So if I look at my card, Dumbledore is going to get extra dice if I recruit a red hero, red wizard. So I want to go over here where there's some red characters. They're going to be a little tricky for me to get, but we're going to give it a shot. The next thing I'm going to do is roll for Voldemort. So just like in Thanos Rising, the villains act first. But in this one, Voldemort has this nice 8-sided die. So when I roll that, I've rolled the Dark Mark. So that is bad. So Voldemort was in this location. He's going to stay there. And the first thing he does in any location is he adds corruption to the location. If too many locations become corrupted by the Death Eaters, we lose. Then he's going to attack all the good guys there. That is going to include me, because I'm there. So I'm going to take a damage. Then, when I roll the Dark Mark symbol, because he's here, he would have activated any Death Eaters there. There aren't any, so we're okay. But he also activates the Dark Mark abilities of any Death Eaters. Fortunately, Dolohov is the only Death Eater out, and he doesn't have a Dark Mark ability. He just has a regular one. If he had an ability with the Dark Mark symbol next to it, that would trigger. And similarly, you'll see this location has a Dark Mark icon. If this location was fully corrupted, that location ability would also trigger. So early on, we're okay, but later in the game, that symbol is bad. Then I'm going to look at my dice pool. 2 blue, a red, and a purple. So I'm going to find 2 blue, which are knowledge heavy, so that's the sorting hat. A red die, which is heavy in the Order of the Phoenix symbol for bravery. And then a purple die, which is heavy in the cross wands, which is the friendship icon. You'll notice that neither of us as starting characters have yellow dice. Yellow dice have to be earned by recruiting other characters, and these are heavy in the bravery symbol, which is Gryffindor's sword over the lion's head, and bravery are essential to defeating Voldemort. So part of the strategy in this one is to make sure that you recruit characters who give you yellow dice, much like Kingsley Shacklebolt. So now I'm going to roll dice and try to assign them to those cards. So the first thing, roll the dice. And lots of hats, which are not super good for this location. So what I'm going to do, though, is the bravery symbols are pretty rare. So I'm going to go ahead and assign that there. And then I'm going to re-roll all the rest of my dice. So as long as you assign a die, you can re-roll. In this one, unlike Thanos, where you can only assign to 1 card per roll, you can split your dice and assign them to multiple cards on a single roll.
That's awesome.
No. Wands, and bravery. So there's nowhere here where I can assign a wand where it would be useful.
Yep.
And I'm not sure I really want to split the bravery and go for Hagrid. I could. And take a long shot at getting him. The other option is there's 2 abilities on my player board.
Okay, nice.
So the top one for all players is always assign a bravery to remove a corruption from your location. And then the bottom ones are different. For me, it lets me draw spell tokens, and any other player with at least 2 blue wizards can also draw a spell token.
Okay.
So I have a choice there. There's only 1 corruption. I want some more characters. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go for Hagrid.
Okay.
So I'll put that there. Reroll the rest. Ooh, interesting. I've got Hagrid. There's the 2 knowledge.
Awesome. Nice
and
job.
1 loyalty.
Oh, sweet.
And I don't have any dice left to roll. This one isn't enough, so that gets discarded. Those come off. And because I recruit him, he heals.
Yep.
So there he is on my team, fully healed and ready to go.
Sweet.
And then I take my token back.
All right.
Over to you.
So then we fill the spots.
Yes, we do. And there's the sorting hat.
Oh, let's go. Let's try here. All right. So then I roll this.
Yep.
I got left.
So he is going to go to his left. So here he comes.
Of course he is.
Yes. We once again add a corruption to his location.
Okay.
We assign a damage to all of the good guys there, including you, anyone on your team.
Okay.
And now we trigger, because he's here, he's going to trigger the regular ability, which says if Voldemort is present, added damage to each Order of the Phoenix wizard at this location. So there aren't any here, but there is one on your team.
Yep.
It then says if there were no Order of the Phoenix wizards, add another corruption.
Whoa.
So in some ways, it's kind of good that Sirius was there to confront him, because otherwise the corruption would have spread.
All right. So then I'll gather my dice. I get 2 red, a purple, and a blue. Let's see what we get here. Got some Phoenix, lots of Phoenix, and a bravery. So, do the bravery here, and I'll do the 2 Phoenix there. We'll go from there. Got a hat, so might as well finish him off. And probably not much I can do with 1 die, so I'll just go ahead and...
There is the chance to roll the bravery, so that's something that's new for Thanos fans, is that, you know, a lot of times having 1 die left wasn't enough, but in this case there's always that shot.
No,
it didn't work out there.
But do a damage to him, so that's cool.
Yep. And just like in the previous Rising games, by doing a damage, you get to draw a bonus token.
Sweet. So we have the crossed wands.
Yep, so that's an extra cross wand symbol. There are some new bonus tokens in this one too that let you trade wizard characters with other players. So, for example, if all my wizards are badly damaged and about to end up in the infirmary, that's a lose condition if I don't have any wizards left. So you could trade one of your healthy ones for one of my damaged ones by using one of those bonus tokens.
That's really cool. Well, thank you for taking us through that. That'll give you guys a basic idea of this one. And when is this one? Do you know when this one might be available?
So this one is in final production now, and we're saying fall right now. So we fully anticipate that it'll be in stores pretty widely this fall.
Great. So for those of you guys that are Harry Potter fans like me, we got some really cool stuff coming our way with Death Eaters Rising. So thank you as always. Drop comments below. Let me know what you guys think of this one, and you'll be able to pick this up in the stores in the fall, like you said. So swing by your local store, give you some support, and pick yourself up a copy of Harry Potter.